Welcome to the walkthrough video of the Fisha range of kayaks. This video shows you all the features and what every fitting and every detailed part on the kayak is actually used for. The Fisha range has two kayaks, the Fisha 500 and the Fisha 460, and the features on both of them are exactly the same. So I'll run through the features of them, and this applies to both kayaks in this Fisha range. Starting at the front of the kayak, we have the two bungs or drain holes. Okay, the front one, this drains the overall kayak as a whole. Okay, so any water that might get into the hull of the kayak is drained through the front hole. The second bung hole is the one that drains the fish hatch. Okay, so that's the central fish hatch only. That water is drained out of the back drain hole. So two drain holes, one for the kayak, one for the fish hatch. After the drain holes, we have the front carry handle. Like I said, this is a molded plastic handle. Now allows you to carry or lift the kayak easily when you're carrying it down to the beach. Next up, we have the protective paddle rubber, okay, piece of rubber to put when you put your paddle underneath. So basically you slide your paddle underneath here when you're fishing or when you're sitting around. This rubber stops the paddle from scratching your kayak. So this rubber is not used for carrying it, it's used for storing your paddle. Use the handle to carry it and not the rubber. This is the purpose of storing your paddle when you're on the water. Okay, we move to the cockpit area of the Fisha range of kayaks. First thing we have is a drag handle. This handle is used for dragging your kayak down to the water. Then we move to the seating area. We have the pedals on an adjustable rail, like I mentioned before. These pedals can be adjusted depending on the height of yourself or your friend, so you just adjust the pedals for perfect comfort. Adjusting of these pedals is quite important whether you are comfortable or uncomfortable in the kayak, so you basically adjust them to your comfort. Attached to the pedals is a foot strap. You can use a foot strap, some people don't like it, but this is fully adjustable in Velcro. You can put your foot underneath it or you don't have to, that's up to you. So we've got a completely adjustable pedal system connected to a rudder. Like mentioned before, push left, you go left, push right, you go right. So pedal system giving you steering on your kayak, and steering of course is a vitally important part of your kayak. So simple steering system to allow you to better performance of your kayak. In conjunction with the footwell area, we have a self-drainer in the footwell, which is a little hole to drain the water out. When you're moving forward, the water will drain out through the drain hole. So it doesn't allow you to keep a lot of cold water or water in your footwell area. The footwell area will drain, the water will drain out. Located between the two footwells is your large central fish hatch. It's got two clips, which there is a video on showing you how to use them. These clips, when they tighten correctly, bring the hatch down firmly, which seals water from actually getting inside the fish hatch. Okay. The second part of the fish hatch is in the front is a splash strip. Okay. This splash strip protects the water from going inside the fish hatch if you're going through the surf or through some waves. The wave hits the front of the kayak, it will hit the splash strip. Instead of the water going under the lid, the water will go to the sides. So the splash strip, in conjunction with the hatch clips correctly, will stop water from entering your fish hatch when you're going in and out of the surf zone. Okay, the Fisha has a standard fiberglass fish hatch lid. Then we have the large central hatch. Okay, the hatch runs basically from the middle of the seat all the way to the end of where the front bung is. It allows you to put your rods inside, put your gaff, a whole lot of tackle, bags. There's plenty storage space inside this large central hatch. So you can store your fish, you can store your tackle, you can store clothing, you can store bait boxes, you can store a lot of stuff inside the central hatch. The central hatch also has a little elastic system here, right near the back of the hatch. If you place your rods inside, you can put the butt of your rod underneath the elastic. It keeps your rods up high, okay? And some Velcro loops on the sides. You put them around your rods, it stops your rods from sliding forward or backwards. So basically it's a rod securing mechanism when you're launching or going in and out of the surf. If you use these correctly, you will never have any problems with your rods moving around or getting damaged. It basically keeps your rods nice and neatly inside your hatch. Okay, the last thing in the cockpit area is two side handles, which these can be used for carrying, for lifting, basically just handles to be able to lift the kayak. So one on each side. They can also be used to connect a backrest onto it or your live bait tube or anything. So you can use them to secure something, your paddle leash or whatever, but they're used for carrying and a few other purposes. Directly behind the cockpit area, we move on to the rod holders. Standard on a Fisha kayak are two rod holders. Okay, you have the ability to be able to add extra if you want, but a standard kayak only comes with two. So there's facility to be able to add extra rod holders, but a standard kayak comes with two angled trawling rod holders with the plastic saddles, which can be used to secure your backrest, can be used to secure your rod leashes. So safe securing area and rod holders for your rods. Directly behind the rods, we move to the large rear hatch. Okay. The easy access hatch with a large round storage area, which once again an extra storage area in the kayak, can be used for a variety of things. Some people like to think that this is a dry hatch. Be careful, you can somehow get some small drops of water in here, so if you're putting valuables like phones or mobilizer keys inside here, try and use a waterproof pouch as well. What I tend to do in here is I tend to put some extra tackle, maybe some poppers or some extra halcos or some extra lures, a couple of extra tackle items, juice bottle, maybe an extra jersey or a top in case the weather might change. So lots of storage space in the back here, as well as mentioned before, the storage in the central hatch. Okay, the last few items on the Fisha range. Small recessed area with some shock cord. This once again can be used for storing something like a life jacket or a couple of other items or a small box or something that you want to put, but a little bit of extra storage area. Rudder access hatch, just a hatch lid or cover that gives you access to your rudder system. And then lastly, a rear carry handle. The back handle used to carry the kayak down to the water. If you have a friend carrying the front, you can carry the back. So it's a simple carrying handle at the back. So in closing, that's the standard features and what the fittings are used for on the Fisha range. As mentioned before, two kayaks in the range, the Fisha 500 and the Fisha 460. All the features on them are the same and standard, and yeah, basically everything that we've done on this kayak, as mentioned, is put in a place for a specific reason. You have pedals for good steering and rod holders for the rods. So yeah, it's just your standard features on the kayak.